Welcome back to Animal Appreciation. This week we are talking about bears. So this is the black bear, specifically American black bear. They are the most common type of bear. They live pretty much throughout the entirety of North America, all the way up from Alaska down through areas in Mexico. They are a, well-varied bear, so they're not just black. They can also be other colors. Including honorable mention to the Kermode bear, or the spirit bear as they're also known. These guys are just a species of black bear, but they're kind of under a special distinction because they're so rare and so culturally significant. But back to the black bear, they are very common. They can be black, brown, gray, white, all of those. They're also got a very broad, varied diet, from eating meat, nuts, seeds, berries, all that. Also, I have got quite an extensive, not hands-on fortunately, experience with the black bears. They are all over where I live, where my mom lives. They get into the trash. They are just everywhere. And while all bears are dangerous, you don't want to be hands-on with a bear unless you have extensive experience. These guys tend to be kind of cowards and will usually just run away if you're loud enough, unless they're either cornered or a mother with cubs. But yeah, black bears, I like them a lot. They're really cute. They're kind of chickens, but yeah, they're just fun guys. Another species that I have, again, not hands-on, but vaguely personal experience with is the grizzly bear, as it is known in North America, or the more brown bear as it is known more in Europe and Asia. So as far as I could tell from Google, grizzly bears and brown bears are the same thing. They're just, the name varies based on where they're found. I'm Canadian, and so I've always known these as grizzly bears, but someone from Europe or Russia or Asia or wherever might know these as brown bears. Regardless, they do live throughout most of North America and quite a few areas in Northern Europe and Asia. Honorable mention to the Gobi bear, which is a subspecies of the brown bear that is only found in the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. I have made an endangered species spotlight on them before because they are endangered. Another honorable mention to the Kodiak bear, which is again another subspecies of grizzly bear found mainly in the Americas, specifically on Kodiak Island. They're basically just a really, really big grizzly bear. Big and angry. Speaking of big and angry, we have the largest and the scariest type of bear, the polar bear. They're also the only type of bear that is fully 100% carnivorous, and the only type of bear that will actively hunt humans, and they scare me. There's a commonly brought up fun fact that, hey, did you know polar bears aren't actually white? Yeah, their fur is actually clear, see-through, and it's just the sunlight reflecting off of them. Also, they have black skin. Yeah, so that's a common fun fact that people like to bring up. These guys mainly stay in the far north Arctic Circle, but they do range down into Alaska, a bunch of areas in Canada, as far down as Manitoba and Saskatchewan, which, if you're unfamiliar with Canadian geography, that's pretty south considering the rest of Canada, as well as Greenland and areas in Russia. Next we have one of the weird ones, the sun bear. Look at that fucking tongue. These guys live throughout a bunch of areas in Southeast Asia. These guys are mainly nocturnal and also mainly vegetarian, eating a bunch of honey, fruit, plants, nuts, but they do also eat meat and other animals, just slightly less commonly. We have the majority of people's favorites, the panda bear. Most people are at least passingly familiar with the panda bear, and good reason. They are very cute. They tend to be super chill, sometimes a little bit stupid. They're also majority vegetarian, however, they have been observed eating meat. It's not unheard of for pandas to eat meat, so there's your fun fact of the day, but they do eat almost entirely bamboo. Historically, the panda range did extend throughout China, Vietnam, and Myanmar, but as of right now, they are only found in a few places in China, unless they're in zoos in captivity in other places. But yeah, entirely the wild population is found in China. We have my personal favorite bear species, the spectacled bear. These guys live in South America, all from the way down from Venezuela, down through Peru, into Bolivia, and a bunch of areas in Argentina. I like them. They're very cool. They're very interesting looking. They're like slightly different looking pandas. Outfit change because I thought I deleted this, then it got mad and didn't re-record it, but it actually saved to my drafts instead. But finally, we have the uncanny valley of bears, the sloth bear. This thing doesn't look real. It looks like a bad taxidermy of a black bear. This is also one of the more dangerous bears that have up there with some of the highest fatalities caused by bears, so that's nice. These guys live in a bunch of areas in Asia, so like India, Nepal, around there, and they kind of scare me. They look like what a black bear would have as a sleep paralysis demon. So yeah, there's the bears. They're very interesting. There's not overly a ton of different species of them, but they're still very cool.